Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome finally to my gigantic year-end ranking of moisturizer. Oh, we have everything in today's video. It is truly a huge video with 4 different categories ranging from weightless all the way to the heaviest moisturizer options. Now, like every video we've done in this entire series, which I will link the series in case you missed it, things have evolved a little bit from the last video. We now have separate swatches, very much by request. Thank you kindly to my wonderful partner for donating an arm for this project. Not like, just, you know what I mean. And we have a new addition to the ranking system. You see, with the category of moisturizer, this is one of the 3 must-have categories for skincare products. You need to have cleanser, moisturizer, and SPF in your routine. So I really wanted to make sure that in this video I discuss some options for people who are really struggling to find the perfect moisturizer. And in the initial few times I filmed this, because it's always filmed multiple times, always. All the videos you ever watch on YouTube, you're seeing not the first take of. I realized that there was a category missing. I needed a way in which to talk about moisturizers that actually stand out from the rest. Which means our categories for this specific video will be a category of fragrance-free, best value, affordable products, the splurges or the scented products, and then the new category of unique products. Moisturizers that were just really standing out to me, even though they fit in to one of the 4 different categories. Now, also for this video, because it is a huge video, I believe we're covering at least 40 moisturizers, I did still have to pull out some products that are difficult to get at this point, discontinued, or just products I really frankly didn't feel like talking about. So this ends up being kind of more of pulling my absolute favorites from moisturizers that I've enjoyed through the entirety of 2021, which is why instead of the I think there are better options category, what we're going to do in today's video is put all of the moisturizers into just fine, they're just fine, and move out of that category products that stand out. A few more notes before we start up the video. So we are going back to the gifted system. If you see the little gift emoji on the screen, that is a product that I did receive complimentary either by a brand or a retailer. But again, the video is in no way sponsored, and also because we have so many products for this video, I'm not going to link all of them. Instead, what I'll do is I'll have a whole bunch of discounts that I could find in the description box below. Sometimes that will be an affiliate code, I'll let you know, and other times that will be just a referral code, which doesn't earn me money, but might earn us both points or discounts on that website. And that's about it. Without further ado, let's get into ranking the best moisturizers of 2021. Alright my friends, so we are going to start off this video with the weightless moisturizers category. These are indeed moisturizers where I feel you really don't feel them on your skin, and we are going to try out the new system, which hopefully goes over well. Again, you all always let me know. Now, I do have dry skin, so of course this is not my absolute favorite category. However, given that I do have dry skin, I can certainly use these without any problems. I just need either a second moisturizer, yes, second moisturizer, or an oil at the very least. And I don't want today's video to just represent a dry-skinned person's opinion on, products that aren't made for them. So what I'm going to do in this specific category is I'm going to start out very differently. We are going to pull out the top 2 products in these 2 categories as ranked by my partner, who does not like the way moisturizer feels. Now I know exactly what her favorites are, and that would be the Versed Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream, which is truly a gorgeous product, very affordable, love that it's in a tube, contains green tea. That's a great ingredient to regulate your oil production, so if you are prone to oiliness, this may actually help you to manage that. Wonderful, fragrance-free, affordable product. And then her other favorite is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. That one is so interesting. It almost has the most watery texture of every product in this entire video. It really is quite unique, but it has a very strong smell. I don't think every person will love the smell of that, but some people will, and if it works for you, that is a-okay. Now, as for me, I actually do have a couple of products that I really enjoy here. The Good Molecules BHA Clarified Gel Cream. I'm just going to say really quickly, these little tube squeezers are incredible. I highly recommend them. You can get these plastic ones for dirt cheap, or the really nice ones are made of metal. But anyway, this is a product that is made for acne-prone skin, formulated with salicylic acid, that's your BHA. It's Good Molecules, so they disclose the exact percentage of BHA, which I believe is 0.4%. It is fragrance-free. It is truly a wonderful product. Now, do you need it if you don't have acne? Probably not, but that said, if you do, it's a great product, and I like to use it, again, as a first moisturizer. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put this one into my fragrance-free and best value category, but just know that, this is more for acne-prone skin, and this is for oily with, some wiggle room there. I actually want to talk about the Pixi Clarity Lotion before we move on. So this is such a funny story. Pixi was this really popular drugstore skincare brand for years, and they always had fragrance in their products with no problem. And then when things started to really shift in the YouTube space, they responded by creating some fragrance-free products, and this is one of them. Now, the reality is I'm actually going to keep it in the just fine category because I think it's just fine. I don't know the percentage of BHA in there. Pixi is not good about disclosing that information, and since that matters so much to me, that's a main reason that I'm going to gravitate towards Good Molecules. I just really appreciate brands that are transparent. Some people don't mind. Some people just care if the product works for them, and that's okay. Just fine. That is just fine. But that's why it's going to be just fine for me as well. Here's a product that is actually very unique. The I Do Care Chill Kitten 24-hour moisturizing cactus oil-free cream. It is not a cream. It is a, oh, I forgot I have swatches up for you. It is a bouncy product. It's so different. It's so different. And it's so interesting because all of these products are very lightweight, of course, but it does have a hefty occlusive factor to it. In fact, if you've ever tried the Pyunkang Moisture Ampoule, I think it is called the Moisture Ampoule. It's similar to that, but much more lightweight on your skin. So yeah, this is going to go in the unique stands out category. If you want something light, but that still feels like it's really giving you a protective layer on your skin, that's a different product. I gotta give it to I Do Care. It's unique. And then my final product in this category, the Pharmacy Daily Greens. This product is nice. I feel like I don't actually have a lot of strong opinions on it. Bit of a spoiler for you, I'm working on a pharmacy trial. Well, not working on it yet, but I will do a pharmacy trial before the year ends. It's interesting because it's kind of feels like it might be more of a heavy moisturizer, and then when you actually apply it, it still does feel very light. It has a very green smoothie type of smell to it, but at the end of the day, I'm just gonna leave it in the just fine category personally. Again, with this entire video, if you agree or disagree, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I wonder if I'm being too hard on that because of my skin type, but alas, that's my opinion. But I am pretty happy with this. I think we've done a great job of sorting these products, so let's go ahead and move on. Next up, we're doing lightweight moisturizers. What's so interesting about this category is that I would say typically this isn't my absolute favorite category, but the reality is I actually do use a lot of these moisturizers, sometimes in unconventional ways, or I could tell you that some of them have been summer favorites for me. So what I want to do in this category is start off by talking about this from Donginbi. This is the Red Ginseng Moisture and Balancing Emulsion. We need this word, emulsion, in American skincare products. This refers to exactly what this category is, a lightweight moisturizer. I really think it will be so helpful for Americans when shopping for skincare to have a very clear distinction between a cream and an emulsion. It would help so much. I love that I just pointed to a Korean product to explain that, but alas, this one, more thoughts on it later. But yeah, it's a wonderful distinction, and this is an incredible product. This is such a great product. It stands out so much. Red ginseng is a wonderful ingredient. We have a full video covering it if you're interested in more on that conversation. And listen, this is a luxury brand. This feels luxurious. It looks luxurious. It's so heavy, so heavy. But it actually breaks down to be a very affordable product per ounce. So the one thing you should know about that is that's a bit of a commitment. It's over 4 ounces of product in there. But if you're interested in the benefits of red ginseng, this is a great option. Absolutely one of my fancy favorites. Since I pointed to this Pyunkang moisture cream, let's go ahead and talk about that really quickly. So I don't dislike this product at all, but I was kind of flustered that I had very different expectations for it. I expected this to be a very moisturizing product, and yet it ends up being one of the much more lightweight products from Pyunkang. I can't even remember off the top of my head which one it is that I should have purchased. Maybe it was the nutrition cream. I've just found that a bit confusing, and I tend to be flustered by confusion. So that's the reason I'm actually going to leave this in just fine. Know that in spite of its name, it is actually a very lightweight moisturizer that is not very occlusive. I certainly can't wear that one on its own at all. I think it should be called the light cream, something like that, just to make it a little bit more clear. But again, that's just my opinion. Otherwise, the formula is really nice, completely unscented, very affordable also. It really is. But, you know, I don't like being confused by products. It's a bit of a pet peeve. Let's talk about this Stratia Liquid Gold next. This is a product where if you told me, in spite of it saying a lightweight skin strengthening moisturizer, if you told me, oh, it's a creamy serum, I would go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because this too, kind of like the Pyunkang, doesn't actually feel moisturizing on my skin at all, and yet it is truly skin strengthening. It is one of the best products I've ever discovered for repairing your moisture barrier, for anytime your skin is inflamed or irritated. So this one goes in the unique stands out category. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I thought we would have enough space, but we're still Tetrising these products indeed. The Rovectin Clean Lotus Water Cream, you know, this is one of those products where sometimes I forget about it. And then when I come back to it, I realize, oh, that actually is quite a nice, lightweight moisturizer. I do think Lotus as an ingredient seems to work out well for me. It's another one of those ingredients that I need to explore some more. I've noticed that with Korean products, there's often some ingredients where I realize over time how well they're working for me. Soy is another example. Yeah, Lotus actually works really well, so I'm going to put this in the fragrance-free and best value category. Oh, I don't quite know what to do with the Peace Out Repairing Moisturizer. In all truth, this might be my absolute favorite in this entire category because it feels very lightweight, but it also does feel protective. It has a much more barrier restoring feel to it, and yet it does contain wonderful ingredients that help out your skin. Ceramides, coenzyme Q10, it is made to repair your moisturizer very similarly to the Stratia, and yet it's lightweight. See, it says on here for oily and blemish prone skin. It is so hard to find products that are made for repairing your skin that are also lightweight. I don't know why it is that so many companies think, oh, if you have oily skin, you never need repair. That's so strange to me. Peace Out really saw a need in the market and came out with this product, and it is incredible. Next up, the April Skin Artemisia Squalane Hydra Gel Cream. I really enjoyed this. I especially got a lot of use from it over the summer. It is a product that is lightweight, but it does feel slightly occlusive, very lightly, and yet this Artemisia ingredient, that is mugwort, that's a great ingredient if you have acne-prone skin. Now, that's a fragrance-free product. It's not too expensive. It's $25 for 1.69. Let's put it in the fragrance-free and best value category. I think that's pretty fair. That is a very nice product. The Some By Me AHA, BHA, PHA 30 Days Miracle Cream. You know what? That's just not an absolute favorite for me. I feel like the Some By Me brand is so hyped up, and I have not yet tried anything from them that I really love. It's just kind of been a bit of an underwhelming brand when I actually try them. Again, though, it's fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. It didn't irritate my skin. It just didn't really do all that much for me either. Now, contrast that to, let's actually talk about these together. The Ghost Democracy Clean Lightweight Daily Face Moisturizer. Oh, this is such a nice product. Again, Ghost Democracy is a brand that is wonderful for disclosing the percentages of their ingredients. 12% probiotics, 12%? That is amazing. 1% niacinamide, that's a nice non-irritating level. 1% oat seed extract, 0.5% vitamin B5, and it is a beautiful lightweight moisturizer. It reminds me a lot of the Biossance, what is theirs called? Probiotic gel? It's something like that. It reminds me so much of this, and their other product, the ceramide that I'll talk about later, that one reminds me of the Biossance Omega Cream. Anyway, more on that later. I really like this. Ghost Democracy is an indie brand. You will typically pay a little bit more for an indie brand, but they're a wonderful indie brand. I'm so sorry, I cannot stop raving about them. So, should we put them in? They're an unscented brand. There's no fragrance whatsoever. I guess they're, feels unfair to put them in the fancy favorite category because $28, it's not bad at all. It's really not bad at all. I guess if you do want a bit more affordable of an option though, the Aveeno Calm and Restore Oat Gel Moisturizer, which actually, hilariously enough, even looks similar to the Ghost Democracy. It is similar. It has oat in it. Oat is a great calming ingredient. And it's not, well, you know what? This kind of is expensive. This is $24 at Ulta. I think that Ulta has higher prices on Aveeno, though. I think I've seen this for less. I got mine at Walgreens. I think it was still $24 there, but I got coupons, so it brought the price down. I guess what I'll say here is we don't know the percentages of the oats in there or any of the other ingredients in that. Aveeno doesn't disclose those. So if this matters to you and you want to spend $4 more on Ghost Democracy, I do not blame you. But if price is very important to you and you want something very accessible, Aveeno's a good option. And then the I Do Care Say You Do Moisturizing C Gel and Cream. Oh, this one is so unique. What a good idea. I Do Care is really good at this unique product category, so they're gonna go there yet again. That's a product that in the same jar, it mixes in a gel and a cream. They're separated enough that if you really do want to gravitate towards the gel in there, you certainly could scoop out the gel. If it's closer to winter and you want the moisturizer, the cream part of it, you can scoop that out, maybe mix and match to whatever consistency you desire. It's brilliant. That is an absolutely brilliant idea. And I love it. I actually love it. So we'll keep that in the unique category. I feel like we actually managed to sort most of these from just fine into other categories. Interesting, very interesting. But if I'm choosing a favorite, again, it would be the Peace Out or the Dung and Bee. Medium weight moisturizers. As someone with dry skin, this is pretty much where I grab my day creams from. This is a well-loved category for me. I wanted to make sure I'm representing a lot of products. By the way, I don't know if I've ever told you all this in doing this series, but when you see these small sizes, typically I have gone through larger sizes of them. I just want to make sure I'm talking about them again because I have a lot of thoughts on them. So, I think this is going to be a very interesting category. Let's start off this with the e.l.f. Happy Hydration Cream. I also do have the Holy Hydration, but they're so similar that I thought we could just grab this one and talk about really both of them. Happy Hydration appeals to me a little more because I do like the hemp seed oil that they use pretty high in the ingredients list of this product. Holy Hydration may be a good option for you if you like, if you want a scented option. This is unscented, but they also do have a fragrance-free variety there. This is absolutely an incredible, very affordable moisturizer that if you are used to watching me on this channel, you know how much I talk about this. I absolutely love it. I think it is a masterpiece. Without any question whatsoever, that goes right into fragrance-free and best value, and something you should know about this category. I would say it's a little bit of a flexible category. If you have dry skin, you can apply a little bit more of these. If you have more normal skin, a little bit less. You can use these as night creams, day creams, whatever you want to do. We have a night cream in here, and I'm still going to tell you I think you can use it during the day. More about that later. I just want to say the e.l.f. one is an incredible option. And why don't we just talk about the other drugstore option here, the Versed Skin Soak Rich Moisture Cream with red algae, another ingredient that I love. Listen, I had to really stop myself in order to have enough to do a swatch for you because I love this moisturizer. It is so well done and it's not too expensive. I love that Versed has started to disclose the percentage of their actives. You can find that on their website. I love Versed's direction. It is a fragrance-free option available at Target. It is in my fragrance-free and best value category. Actually, before I move on, I do want to talk about the Keys Skin Transformation Cream. So, do you all know the story of Keys Soul Care? In case you don't, I'll make it real brief. This is Alicia Keys' skincare brand. Now, I've noticed a lot of people are not loving all of the celebrity skincare brands. I totally understand that. And I think that there was a bit of a mistake made with this brand when they initially released. They kind of made it well known that they were manufactured or partnered with e.l.f. Cosmetics. And they expected people to like that, I think. The opposite happened. People said, hold on, why do you want me to pay $30 for a product that is made by e.l.f.? But here's the thing. I looked at the ingredients of this product before I bought it. I compared it to the e.l.f. Happy Hydration Cream that I love, and I said, this looks like an upgrade. And oh my goodness, it is. It includes honey, an ingredient I love, a little bit of bakuchiol. It has a slightly more cosmetically elegant appearance on your skin. It just buffs in beautifully. Not to say the e.l.f. doesn't, it's just that this is still an upgrade. I do love the packaging, the nice glass packaging here. It's an incredible moisturizer. And you can also choose, just like with e.l.f.'s Holy Hydration, do you want the fragrance-free version or do you want the scented version? I went for fragrance-free. I honestly, this is so underrated. It's so underrated. This is such an incredible product. I guess I'll put it in my fancy favorites just because it's a little bit more expensive than e.l.f., but it is so worth it. I love that so much. And we'll just kind of go in order here, I suppose. The Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. I really do like this product, but I think I am going to leave it in the just fine category. It has such a strong banana Laffy Taffy smell to it that it actually is kind of jarring. No pun intended. I do like it, but it's so funny. I have this knee-jerk reaction to going, oh no, is my skin going to be okay with this? Even though I've gone through the smaller version of this already and my skin was fine, but it's jarring. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but honestly, I mean, I'm reaching for the Keys more often than Glow Recipe. I really want to make a joke about, because I'm about to leave the house. Okay, all right, let's stay focused, Alice. Let's talk about some of these really expensive products here. So, the Suasu Concentrated Ginseng Renewing Cream. Oh my goodness, do you see the price tag on this? This is not a budget product. It's a luxury product. I can only afford the tiny size here to talk about it, but oh my goodness, I've said it before and I will say it again. If I was a rich lady, I would use Suasu products all the time. See, Suasu goes above and beyond the other ginseng options out there. They actually have isolated the plant components within ginseng that may help with anti-aging processes, and I think that more than anything else with Suasu, I see such incredible results. Maybe I'm actually going to put this in the unique stands out category because wow, the results with Suasu products, oh my goodness, it is mind-blowing. And I have similar feelings with this right here, the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. This also surprisingly smooths my skin out. And that's the thing about both of these products here. Now, they are both very expensive and they're using different methods of anti-aging, ginseng, algae, but they both seem to really work. And, you know, there is evidence for both ginseng and for algae. Now, those are some very expensive products, so let's actually talk about this one from Versed, the Recovery Mode Advanced Night Cream. Again, what I like so much about Versed is that they do give you some of the options from these very expensive brands at a much more affordable price. Now that said, I think that the results aren't quite as intense, but again, a really important part of skincare is consistency, more so than just, occasionally buying and using very expensive products. So this right here contains purple tea, green coffee, and microalgae. And this does have a purple tint to it, but I was really thinking about it, and I don't think you need to let that deter you from using this as a day cream. After all, Becca used to have a purple primer, and it actually, people loved it. That almost makes sense because a very soft purple on your skin can brighten. It can be a slight color corrector. So yeah, this is also an incredible product that you can use for a day or a night cream. Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. This is nice. It really does buff into your skin quite nicely, very quickly, and that's something that is a big deal for me. I don't like to spend forever buffing moisturizers into my skin, and really I've gotten rid of all the ones that were awful in that aspect, so this one is nice, but it is really expensive. I think I'm going to leave it in just fine. I'm sure some people will disagree with me, but maybe not. Drunk Elephant isn't as popular as they used to be. I do really like some of their products, though. You know what? This is rich in peptides. Peptides are a wonderful anti-aging option, but you know what else is for less money? This new product from Saturday Skin. This is the Carrot and Niacinamide Moisturizing Cream. I can't stop reaching for this. I am really enjoying this. I haven't even had it for that long, but much like I was just saying with how well this buffs into your skin, this does as well. And it has a very rich peptide blend. Now, I don't like to use the word dupe, but alas, there's some intense similarities between these two. And I think for that reason, I'm gonna put this in my fancy favorite category. Know that this is fragrance free though. It's just a little bit more expensive or scented. Okay. Tula 24/7 Moisture Hydrating Day and Night Cream. What I like about that one, I recently traveled with this. If you saw my Instagram post, I talked about it. It's nice that you really can shear this out easily if you want to, or you can apply it in a thick manner and wear it as a night cream. I don't know why, but it seems like it's harder for a lot of moisturizers to be that flexible, so I do really appreciate that. I do appreciate this product, but at the same time, I think you could buy a thicker moisturizer and have a lighter weight day cream for a fraction of the price, and that is what I will continue to purchase because it's nice, but it's expensive. The Youth to the People Adaptogen Deep Moisture Cream. I see what people like about this. It's another product that immediately buffs into your skin, and those adaptogens may be beneficial if your skin is stressed out. I do think we need a little more research into that, but they may. However, it too is just really expensive. You may notice that while I'm willing to put some of my very expensive products into the unique and stands out category because I love them and I've seen incredible results, I'm picky. I don't feel like I've seen too much more from these than, you see what I'm saying? I just really don't. And the Dr. Jart Ceramidin Cream, same. I feel like it's actually very similar to the Youth to the People. So I will say that it is less expensive than that, and I like the tube that Dr. Jart comes in. It's a product that's rich in ceramides, but not as heavy on your skin as the CeraVe moisturizing cream. I see the appeal, but I've also heard a lot of people have not done as well since they reformulated it. Anyway, it's just not my absolute favorite. I'm going to leave it in just fine. And then the I'm From Rice Cream. That one is tricky for me because in all truth, I feel like I should want to put it probably in fragrance. Well, it's not that affordable. Fancy fit? No. It's not actually. The reality with this particular product, I might have an unpopular opinion. I think that's just fine. It's nice. It is a nice moisturizer. It's cosmetically elegant. I've used quite a bit of it, but it's fine. It's kind of an odd one because I would buy this over any of these others here, but I like these more. Yeah, and that's ultimately what it comes down to. So to play favorites, my favorites here would actually be these if we are not looking at the price. And then in affordable, you already know it is the e.l.f. Happy Hydration. We are moving into the final category for this video, the heavyweight moisturizers, the occlusive moisturizers, the moisturizers where if you have very dry skin, you are presently excited about doing this ranking. That is me. That is me, by the way, just saying. Okay, so some of these have been favorites for such a long period of time, and then I actually do have some new products here. So let's just, where to start? Let's just start with the Pharmacy Honey Halo. It is a well-established favorite on this channel. I absolutely love that product. I love honey. I already mentioned that somewhere in this video. Honey works really well for my skin. It has antibacterial properties, and it is also soothing for your skin. The only thing about that product, it actually does contain a little bit of fragrance. Pharmacy has figured out to hide the fragrance in their formulas with the word aroma, which means the same thing. But it's tricky. It's definitely a little harder to catch on the label than fragrance, and yet it works out just fine for me. It's a little bit more expensive as well, but I love it. I absolutely love that. That is such a protective feeling moisturizer that really does help my skin to heal. So, you know, that just goes to show that fragrance isn't necessarily always a bad thing, especially since a lot of people don't know that that is not a fragrance-free product. So let's talk about, how about the Seoris Deepen a Barrier next? I talked about how much I loved that recently. That one is rich in tamanu oil. That's been getting some traction lately. Oh, I don't know where to rank that. Would you call that affordable or not? It doesn't have any fragrance, but the tamanu oil does give it a scent. So let's, I don't know what to do with that. I think we'll put it in fancy favorite just because it is a little more expensive. We certainly have some much more affordable options here as well, don't we? In fact, let's talk about the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. You know what? This is a product that a lot of people have told me that is not for your face. No, it is. It is for your face. It is for your face or your body. All that said, it is so inexpensive, and that's why it's a staple for a lot of people. That's why it's so well loved by a lot of people. But is it going to be, you know, an absolute favorite for me? No. Even though it does have great ingredients, fragrance-free, ceramides, I don't love buffing it into my face. That's something I've talked about elsewhere in this video already. Although I will give you a tip. You can always spray a mist of some sort before you apply moisturizers that don't buff in too well, and they will buff in better. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the just fine category. The Real Barrier Extreme Cream. This is so new to me that I'm not entirely sure I should be ranking it yet. But I have noticed that it requires a little bit more buffing as well, and yet it is very protective. It really is. I feel like I shouldn't be ranking this just yet. I'm going to leave it in just fine and give you a more thorough review in the future. But I do like it. It is very, very protective. The Cora Organics Turmeric Glow Moisturizer. Oh my goodness, I love this one so much, but it is not going to be for everyone. This one definitely has some essential oil ingredients. I guess some people do not like the packaging. This is a refillable system, so this is a little pod in here. When you finish it, you just pop it out. I will also add, because of how intense this color is, I do prefer it as a night cream. My skin tone has some odd yellow and green to it, and it seems to really bring out the yellow. But it's a great night cream. It is a great night cream, very thick. It is actually a fancy favorite for me. I love it. Ooh, the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. Okay, this is absolutely in the unique category. Let me tell you, when you apply this to your skin, it feels like the last category. It buffs in immediately. It is just a beautiful moisturizer. But then, as you let it sit on your skin, you realize, oh wow, my skin feels like I do have a very occlusive layer on it. I don't know how they did it. I especially don't know how Fresh did it, because I did not like their moisturizers in the past. Well, I didn't hate them, but I didn't love them. This one is incredible. It is pricey, but you know, something about this category is I'm hoping that if you have tried a lot of similar options and it just hasn't worked out for you, maybe something in this category will really stand out. In fact, while we're talking about unique products, I'm going to bring out this Alpenbeauty Plant Genius Melt Moisturizer. They had sent this to me a long time ago, and the funniest thing about this, nobody really talks about Alpenbeauty, so I have often forgotten about this, but then I come back to it and I go, oh my goodness, this is such a wonderful moisturizer. So recently I again rediscovered this, and then I just placed a big order from Alpenbeauty, so I'll have a lot more reviews from this brand coming hopefully next week. That's my goal. But this is, it's so interesting. It feels, again, very light as you apply it. They actually say that this is a weightless moisturizer. No, I don't think it's weightless. I don't think it's weightless, but I do agree that it melts right into your skin. It just, it melts. It looks like such a thick product, and yet it melts. Beautiful. If you don't want to be buffing forever, either of those are incredible options. And then one more here, the Medicube Red Cream. This is another one where if you have sensitivities to essential oils, much like the Cora, avoid this one. And yet, again, another unique product. This is such a thick cream, and yet it's made for acne-prone skin. If you have my exact skin type of dry skin with acne, you know that pretty much nobody actually makes products for us. And yet this kind of feels like a moisturizer that was made with dry and acne-prone skin types in mind. Again, though, you do have to watch it with the ingredients on this. As you probably know, I've been on a partnership with Medicube. This video is not sponsored. I don't think I would do a sponsored video on that just because I would have to go off about the essential oils warning. Essential oils are tricky. They work for some people and they work well, but they don't work at all for others. We need to get some fragrance-free products here, the fragrance-free and best value category. So of course you know, I'm going to say Good Molecules, right? Of course you know it. The silicone-free priming moisturizer. They sent this to me a while ago. I actually just repurchased the travel size in their sale. I'm waiting on that order. I can't wait to get it because I think it's going to be a perfect product to travel with. Let me tell you why. This is a priming moisturizer. It is a product that can act as either a primer or a moisturizer. That makes for a product that doesn't necessarily feel too heavy, and yet it does feel like a product that creates a barrier on your skin. The idea with any kind of primer is to create a barrier between your skin and your foundation. Now again, like the CeraVe, you may want to mist before you apply this if you're having trouble with it spreading, but otherwise it's great. And Good Molecules almost always has their products in glass, but I'm glad this is in plastic. I'm going to take that little travel size and immediately put it into my travel bag. I had a real struggle finding a perfect moisturizer to travel with, and I think that's going to be the perfect one. While we're here, very similar product, the Juno & Co. Moonshine Miracle Cream. This has been a favorite for a long time. This one is rich in avocado oil, which my skin seems to respond really well to. I actually would say this is similar to the Good Molecules, but more cosmetically elegant. It definitely is more cosmetically elegant. Again, it may work better for you to use a mist first, but yeah, it's actually gorgeous. I do sometimes I love the packaging on this, because it is pretty. You see that black glittery appearance, but other times I'm like, why does it have to be so wide? It takes up so much space. I guess with this one, let's put it, I think we're gonna put it here, Fancy Favorites, because it is a little more expensive, but again, it's not too bad. Ghost Democracy Cocoon Replenishing Ceramide Rich Cream. You know exactly what I'm gonna look at. 2.2% ceramide blend, 17% lipid blend, 3% squalane, 1% oat. What a wonderful product. This is so healing and restorative for those of you with very dry skin types. Listen, I'm actually going to put this in the fragrance-free and best value category, even though it looks really expensive, and here's why. This is so thick that a little goes a long way, and yet it actually does spread nicely. Now I'm gonna say there's a little bit of buffing involved, but it's not too bad. It's actually very, very nice. This has become a new favorite for me. And I guess we have one more product here, the 107 Everyday Plump Hydro Cream. This is more like the Fresh and the Alpen Beauty in the way that it buffs into your skin. It looks like a very thick moisturizer, and yet it just instantly vanishes. So again, one of the biggest parts of finding the right moisturizer for you is, do you mind buffing a little bit longer, or do you want to pay more for a product where you don't have to buff as long? And I will say 107's vinegar ingredients are also very interesting. So let's just put all of these together because they are all quite similar. They actually are. This one isn't. That's a little bit harder to buff in, but it's different. These three all just incredibly cosmetically elegant. Maybe this one, but again, give me a little more time. I'll report back to you. I truly don't think I can choose favorites here because this is a category where I love so many products. Can you tell? Look how few I left in the just fine category down here. I just love so many of these. There's so many good options. But anyway, hopefully the ranking system here at least helped you to determine what is best for you. That is it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found it very helpful. As you know, we're continuing this series, and I have been holding off on telling you my plans for serums, but you had to know they were big, right? Serum is my favorite category. And 2021 was apparently the year of serums, so be prepared. Coming not next week, but the week after, we are having Serums Week in the rabbit hole. So do make sure you have hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you did enjoy today's video as well, and I will see you all next time.